in right before you started the show. So if it looks like I'm crying, because I'm so happy to be here on a Monday with you, ladies and gentlemen. Make some fucking noise. You ready to Monday it up in this bitch? This is Brian Redband.
What is up, guys?
Keep it going for him on the ones, the twos, everything. Everything you hear tonight that isn't a human being. It's Brian Redband. Jamie Vernon in the back. House artist Ryan J. Ebelt drawing tonight's episode. Young Jamie, Ryan J. Ebelt. And look at this. It's a shirt that Ryan J. Ebelt made, everybody. It's your first ever Kill Tony shirt. Who knows what's going to happen? Stay tuned. We're going to announce what the fuck we're going to do with this. Breaking news. The first ever 3 years and 170 episodes of this podcast. And we are the longest running podcast to not have its own t-shirt, by the way, if you're wondering. By far, 170 episodes at an hour and a half apiece, live, all in front of live audiences. Our first t-shirt right here, so. Back to the show. Hi everybody and welcome. I'm so excited that you're here. Let's just fucking jump into it, shall we? Oh yeah, I have some dates I have to talk about. Oh, real quick.
Any guys? Any guys?
Hey-oh! There's our first gay reference of the night. Right down the hatch, nice and easy. Tulsa, San Francisco, Sacramento, those are big ones. I'm doing the punchlines up there a couple weekends. Boston's Wilbur Theater is really the most important thing. That's October 8th. And some oddball dates, September 1st, 2nd, 3rd. Oddball.com. Ticketmaster.
Yeah. We have a Death Squad secret show this Thursday also.
Come see us do stand-up this Thursday. Here, in the main room.
Yeah.
Stand-up comedy. Remember that, guys? Yeah! The old art form of stand-up comedy.
It's really cool because Doug Stanhope, friend of the show, his manager is getting back into comedy, so he's been doing a lot of Death Squad shows lately, and it's really cool seeing somebody that spent almost his whole life doing comedy, then stopping for years, and then getting back into it. It's really cool to watch.
Fuck yeah, watch some guy get back into comedy.
Ryan Henning.
A special treat. Yeah. For those of you that are like, is it just going to be a bunch of professional comedians killing it one after the other that are like in the zone? Nope, there's a twist. There's a guy who might completely bomb right in front of you.
There it is.
By the sounds of it, he sounds like he's sort of an older guy, and it's going to be double depressing. Because you're going to be like, man, I just watched a 27-year-old shred this room with truth, and now there's some 50-year-old guy, and I feel a little uncomfortable.
Got to come Thursday to find out, though.
And if there's an audience in the world that loves watching people bomb, it is the Kill Tony audience. Yeah. So welcome to the show, everybody. Let's get right into it. One of my favorite things every Monday is I get to bring out the Kill Tony band, and they always surprise me with a cool entrance that has something to do with something that's always going on in the world at the time, and it's my favorite thing in the world. I hope it is yours as well. Put your hands together for the band. It's Reagan and Watkins, ladies and
and it worked. Wow.
Keep it going, please. Just keep, I want to see how long we're going to. Oh my God. So, for those of you listening to the audio part of this podcast and not seeing the visuals, you can probably tell by the Olympic music that there is indeed a theme. They are all wearing Speedos, the three of them. Except for Pat and Joel, actually. They're both wearing their normal underwear tucked up. Tucked up and with definitely stuff shoved into the front. All of them have gold medals around their neck and shower hair nets. Not really your actual swim cap. Something that looks like it would come off immediately after diving into the pool.
Jody, swim caps cost $10 a pop.
Whoa, $10. How much did those cost?
$1 for 3.
$1 for 3. That has to be true.
Jeremiah has those like tan lines on his belly where it looks like he might have stayed by the pool in his stomach.
Oh my God! Look how his gut bounces up and down. I always forget how unbelievably unhealthy Jeremiah is. Until all of a sudden he's laughing at his belly button. If anybody wins an Olympic gold, it's your belly button doing a 7-foot leap right now as you laugh. I mean, look at that. What is that? Oh my God. Looks like somebody pole vaulted into your belly button. That is a gullet. Is that what they drove the fucking Millennium Falcon into in Empire Strikes Back? of a deep belly button, my friend. Hi, Jeremiah. How are you?
I'm good, Tony. It's great to be back on Kill Tony. Thanks so much for having me.
You know, I've never done a show just in Speedo before, and I'd imagine that, you know, it feels sort of, it sort of seems like you're wearing nothing right now. I mean, you have a saxophone in front of you, but I mean, if anybody's just joining the video podcast right now, like if they went forward and they're like, I listen to the show every week, I don't want to hear Tony and his fucking dates, let's just go to when the band's already out. Like, they're just seeing really you. I mean, this is the first time I've gotten to notice your extremely hairy thighs, by the way. I mean, what are you, Jeremiah? Do you shave your chest?
He's all man.
100% man.
Okay.
What? Oh, you didn't like that? Okay.
A couple of Olympic athletes. I want to know, what is the last, in real life, what are the last, like, sport things you guys have done?
You know what is great is I won a bronze for pole vaulting in high school.
Is that true?
That's a real fact.
Bronze medal, huh? Was it like on a thing like that?
No, it was made out of metal.
no, not the glitter part of your.
Yeah. By the way, Joel, you made these. There's glitter all over my body.
Joel, you made those? That's so cool. I love that the white guys have the Mexican making the crafts for the percussions. Joel Jimenez.
If you look, Jeremiah is completely covering his underwear from this angle, so it's really creepy seeing you just sitting naked.
Yeah.
If you ever imagine what it would be like to be with me in a bathtub with a saxophone, you're welcome, everybody!
They love it. It sounds like they love it. Okay, you guys ready to start this shit or what? You don't mind, right? I'm gonna bring out one half of your guests right now, and the other half in a little bit. Your first comedian, who's going to sit here and be here with us all night, is one of my favorite human beings. You know him from the hit show on Nickelodeon, Big Time Rush. So many other very, very fun things. Put your hands together for the great Stephen Kramer Glickman. Stephen Kramer Glickman.
Hey there, buddy. How are ya?
Great, how are you?
Very good. How are you?
Welcome to the show. You've been on it a few times.
I have. I'm happy to be back.
What's
Great
going on over there? What do you think of this?
This is as per usual with these guys.
Is that how you usually see them?
I usually see Jeremiah in mostly the nude. So these other guys is new to me, but I enjoy my Jeremiah in the nude. Hey, aren't you one of the main voices from that motion major picture film Storks? That's true.
Oh yeah, he's got a new intro that I wasn't aware of.
Yeah, he's got some new credits, Tony. Look up.
Yeah.
Look it up. I'm starring in a movie with Andy Samberg and Jennifer Aniston. Comes out in 4 weeks called Storks.
There you go. And,
How about ham apples? What's that? A bigger ovation than the Big Time Rush credit that nobody listened to before? Wow.
Jesus, Jeremiah, you have like the confidence of like that you're dressed right now or something like that.
I beat Michael Phelps.
Into what? Anyway, so you get what's going on here. Pretty much anything can happen at any given point. Our second guest is your roast battle champion, Mike Lawrence. He's on the way here, and one of the funniest people in the world. And so
Also been on Big Time Rush.
yeah, Big Time Rush. How is that? You guys still doing that?
Oh no, that's been canceled for 4 years.
Are you serious?
Oh, very
That's what I said. Look it up,
For a long
Tony.
time.
Jesus Christ, man.
But they're starting to turn. Your fans are starting to turn 18. Have you taken advantage of any of that young
I
pussy?
have a little bit.
Yeah,
Little
found
sometimes.
yourself a big time crush?
There's a lot of them out there.
Tony,
Yeah.
we did a big time rush to switch channels.
I love that.
My boy Patty Reagan coming up on the
Love
offense
it.
tonight, son. It's so
Nailed it.
funny. I make so much money.
What other shows have you done?
Oh, God. That's hilarious.
The horse of truth on that one. What kind of money are we talking about? Is Nickelodeon?
Tens of dollars.
Being on a Nickelodeon show sounds like so much fun. What was your favorite one growing up? Can I tell you
Hey
mine?
Dude.
Hey Dude was a good one, yeah, for sure. Remember Zeke the
Hey
Plumber?
Dude.
Zeke the Plumber? That
Yeah.
episode scared me.
No, that was scary.
Jeremiah, what were you, Guts guy? I'm
Uh,
just guessing by,
no, actually, was Pepper Ann on Nickelodeon?
No.
Alright, well, I wasn't allowed to watch Pepper Ann because the parents were divorced in that cartoon.
Wow!
Holy shit, really?
That's a real fact,
A
everybody.
real
Real
Christian
fact.
boy from Kansas City. That is amazing. A cartoon. Because the parents were divorced.
Wow. She had a single mom, and my parents were like, not in my house.
That's incredible.
I didn't watch cartoons. I was like watching like Kubrick films and the like.
Seems about
Jeez,
right.
even back then you were a hipster. That's incredible. Little baby hipster. Just has a bottle of coffee.
Come inside, Pat. No, 2001: A Space Odyssey is on for the next 5 hours. I can let it die. I just said it.
No, I know.
Awesome.
I don't know what just happened there, but it made me dizzy. So let's get into the show, guys. Over 40 comedians stacked all the way to the back of the wall signed up for the chance to do 60 seconds on this stage and then be on a live podcast talking with us immediately afterwards about anything in the world. Normally I try to figure out more about them, other stuff that I could possibly find interesting about them.
Such as if they yo-yo or play Rubik's.
Yeah? Or skydive. All big ones. So here's how it works. I pull a name out of the bucket, they do 60 seconds. Comedians, if you're new, you know your 60 seconds is up when you hear the sound of the kitty. Aw, isn't that adorable? Wrap it up then, or else you're gonna bring out the angry West Hollywood bear. There's a little mouse there at the end for some reason. I think it just crawled out of Jeremiah's leg hair.
Doggy dog.
Snoop Dogg is here, filling in for Mike Lawrence, if you're just listening to the audio. Alright, he just pulled a name out of the bucket, and it says Kirsten Alberts.
I used to waitress at a breakfast joint, and we get a lot of uptight women that would come in and order their toast dry. And I immediately knew it was a euphemism for their vagina. But since I've waitressed, I always tip 20% now, and I don't mind tipping well because for every $1 I tip, I steal 1 roll of toilet paper from the bathroom. To make up for it. I saw a really great cover band last weekend, and say what you will about cover bands, but you gotta give them credit because they needed to buy a car to live in. I've come to accept that I'm just disgusting. I just am. And I was in a doctor's office the other day, and he was giving me stitches on my back, and he goes, "Oops, I got some blood on your underwear." And I was like, "No, that was already there." I've never seen Disney on Ice, but honestly, what kind of parents would take their kids to see a dead body?
Kirsten Alberts. You've been on the show once before, right? That's cool. What did we find out about you last time you were on the show? Anything crazy?
I don't shower a lot.
Ah, here we go, Kirsten Alberts. It's true, your Twitter handle, which is the only other thing that people fill out, is Dirty Hippie Comic on the piece of it. There you go, you got a shower cap.
Thank you.
Even though you probably should wash your hair.
I actually did shower today.
You did?
Yeah.
Wow. Even when you shower, you still seem a little dirty. So
Because
that's...
I've been wearing the shirt for 3 days.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Wow, what is that about being dirty that you like so much?
It's not that I like like it. I don't know. It's
So funny, nailed it. Oh my god. Fucking
Points
flies.
for Red Band.
For you audio listeners, there are flies in the room. Kirsten, how has this backfired for you in real life? Has there been, have you ever noticed anybody noticing a smell?
Yeah, her doctor has.
I always try to make sure that I don't smell bad. Like,
We know that you're probably trying. We get that part. But like, if any human, I feel like, and let's face it, you're here doing a show, 3 days in a shirt, so I can't imagine what you're doing, like you're on vacation or something like that, or a normal, right?
what's the question?
You're pretty dirty.
Yeah.
So,
You look like an extra from Full House.
yeah,
Like the old
the
Full
old
House.
episodes, and you're like still waiting to see.
I like that shit.
You look like
Take that as a compliment.
you look like an Amish person like rebelling against her parents.
I feel like we might actually be onto something. Is that sort of true? You have very Christian, normal, like basic parents.
They're not very, I mean,
They're still together. But they don't really like each other, but they won't divorce type of situation.
Thanksgiving
That's a
dinner.
little bit.
anyways.
A little bit.
Not a ton. They're Republicans.
Right. That was my
All
next
right, well,
thing. They have
yeah.
money, right?
Huh?
They have a lot of money.
They're middle class.
Nah, you're just saying that.
No, they're not like.
You're saying that because you don't want people. Yeah, I didn't want to say that they're right.
Who's the rich, dirty girl on stage?
Well, it's funny. Yeah, it is funny. Like when I was in high school, we moved to this very Jewish suburb of Youngstown called Liberty, which is like all Jewish kids, but like the ones that were, and it was very rich too. But the richest ones were always, their kids were always like the most hippie-ish ones. You know what I
They
mean?
dress like shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Very good. You hit the nail on the head.
Right. I'm Jewish, so I know.
Oh, you are.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. You still.
I still dress like shit.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like you just wrapped yourself up with newspaper before coming. You looks like a fish and chips. I didn't bring a shirt. This will work. What is this? The LA Times?
Nice
Good.
bedspread will work.
Yeah. That's
No, I know what
incredible.
you're talking about, Tony. Rich trust fund kids get like their dressing cues from like the homeless.
Well, yeah, I feel like it's sort of just, usually
True.
a desperate
Good looking.
attempt to.
Full House.
Usually, I mean, not usually, but when it is the case, like, they're trying to break away from the pack. I'll show them. I'll do my own thing.
Then they end up at a festival with 300 other thousand people who are also trying to do their own thing. And that's modern culture.
Kirsten, I see here that, again, your Twitter handle is @DirtyHippieComic. So what's so, like, hippie about you? See any good concerts lately or anything? What makes you a hippie?
I don't know. I always try to like be a good person. I don't know. I feel like sometimes people they don't try to be good, and I always try to be a good person, regardless of how
I
I
feel like this is like your final part of some kind of hippie pageant that you're doing. At the end of the day, I mean, just try to be a good person.
Miss Delaware, everyone.
Just smell
Smell aware, everyone. Even better.
Oh my goodness.
Your material's really funny.
Thank you.
What else makes you a hippie?
The blood on her underwear.
I don't know. I shop at Goodwill.
What? How did you guys both know to do that at the same time?
Gross! Shaking and walking.
Wow, they just touched a lot of skin on that. Those fists, arms, and thighs. Kirsten. Interesting.
You said you're getting stitches on your back. Why the blood in the back? Is that a reference
the
to?
stitches are still there.
But why did you
Show
have blood
us.
in the back of your underwear?
See your stitches.
Whoa.
Because
Whoa.
I have a skin rash.
Is that where the dick hit first and
Got a
then
biopsy.
got in?
What?
Why do you have blood on the back of your underwear is why I was asking.
Because when he was like sewing it up,
A
it
little bit
like
squirted out.
dropped on the
but
underwear.
all right, but you said it was already there, so.
Oh, okay.
You seem to do this on purpose. So, like, what psychologically makes you push males away?
I just feel like, you know, if they like me enough, they'll push through it. They'll push past all the flies.
There you go. You're a yes-ander. I like that. Kirsten, what else is interesting about you? Anything else cool? Your material's hilarious, so I mean, whatever. That's great. You did really good. I mean, I don't know who you want other than that.
I used to be a drummer.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that true? Do you know a couple licks?
No, I'm not gonna drum.
Really?
No.
How about this? Would you mind doing this? If I have Joel come out up here and just tell one quick joke from the Bronx? Will you just do a powerful ring shot when he gets his thing just real quick for me? Fuck yeah, on the drums, with one joke. Just in it to win it. 12 minutes.
I'm jealous of people that travel a lot. I haven't done a lot of traveling in my life, but every morning I do pack my bags for the guilt trip my mom is about to take me on.
Fuck yeah. Joel Harris, Kirsten Albert. Kirsten, thank you so much for going up first tonight. Kirsten Alberts, ladies and gentlemen. There she goes. She wound down Red Band so much that she dropped the iPad. She's on Twitter at Dirty Hippie Comic. Very fun set. Great jokes. Alright. Fuck yeah. Fun
Did you
times.
see Joel's dick?
There's a lot.
Nobody looked at Joel's. He had like a grapefruit-sized dick.
Yeah, probably literally a grapefruit. And then he also had a grapefruit outline dick, I do believe. What is that, Joel? What do you have in there?
My dick.
And what else?
A lot of dick, you know.
Shizzle dizzle.
Oh, there he is. Snoop again. Okay, I always love it when somebody writes like extra stuff on the piece of paper, like to let you, like to make it seem like if it's picked before, like if it's produced and it's not actually out of a bucket, they can help themselves. But I just pulled this random piece of paper out, and it says, well, you know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna say it. Since you put it on the paper, you have to live with it. It says it's their birthday. So with that said,
Oh, Jesus.
it's their birthday. They want you to know that going in. Or they thought it would help them. Either way, here we go. It's Alexis Grossman.
My head, but if I finish all of my chores and everything's done, then tonight we're gonna party like it's 1699. We better have the most fun.
I quit my job today. Yeah. I worked at a medical marijuana clinic, but it just got so depressing, you know? It was so hard seeing so many 20-year-olds with glaucoma. Couldn't do it anymore. I have trouble dating, but my mom doesn't want me to focus so much on dating anymore. She said find a real hobby. So I recently got really into nature. Or at least that's just what I tell the guys I stalk when they find me hiding in their bushes at 4 a.m. They're like, Alexis, come on, do you not understand the concept of a restraining order? I saw on the news the other day this girl got arrested for burning her boyfriend's house down. Can you believe that? I'm just like, oh my God, I've never been on the news once. My mom hates me. She says has a tendency to say things she doesn't mean when she gets mad at me. Like the other day, she told me my brother was planned and I was an accident. It's true, right? It's just crazy because we're twins.
It's funny. There you go, Alexis Grossman.
You did it!
Yeah, you did it. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
So-
You look that before I even get up here.
I made you look bad? That's funny, because I don't remember writing birthday before. I'm pretty sure I pulled it out of a bucket and read it. Not only, now that you said that, by the way, I'm going to pile on a little bit. Not only did she write birthday, so there's two things there. It says name and Twitter. This way, you get a little promotion for being on the #1 live podcast in the world. You get a little promotion, right?
Right.
Now there's 2 lines specifically for those, but above the word name, not only did you write the word birthday, but wait for it. There's a tiny little arrow pointing from the word birthday to her name. That's right, tiny arrow loses points. If this was at midnight, you'd be in big trouble right now. Alexis, how long have you been doing stand-up?
2 years in November.
Wow, where at?
Phoenix. I just moved here in March.
March. Is that true? Did you really quit your job today, or is that just something you say to get the audience's attention? What do you really do for work?
I don't have a job right now. I got fired. But it was like a different
Oh,
job.
there's the mouse again. I don't know why, but the little mouse just walked into a live podcast. What was the job that you got fired from, and how long ago was that?
I've been fired for like 5 jobs since I've been out here, but my most...
Wait, you just for those of you that joined 6 seconds ago, she also said that she got here in March?
Yeah.
You lost 5 jobs since March?
What the fuck? That's a job per month.
What the fuck is happening to you?
What the fuck? How many of these were like, I feel like, well, what 5 jobs? Just list them off. Don't try to be funny. Just tell the truth.
I was a PA, I worked at a preschool, I was a nanny. And
All right, now we're going to get to the shitty 2 jobs right here. The ones she doesn't even want to talk about, right? Oh, and the other 2, rhymes with Craigslist. Man, they love that one, even more than I thought they would.
What were the other 2 jobs?
Caves
I
list.
think it was actually like 3, like just 2 other nanny jobs.
What were you a PA on?
Like a show on Fox, teaching like teenage girls about science.
How'd you get fired from that?
I was really bad at my job.
Yeah, you can get into it a little bit more. What parts were you bad at?
Just like everything.
You could even, I bet you could dig up a little more. If you dig deep in that gullet of yours, I'll bet you anything. You could really find an answer better than everything and everything.
You can do it!
Give an example of a part of the job where you're like, whoa, I think I might get fired.
I would come to work late, like an hour every day.
Wow.
So like my dad's friend was like my boss, so he couldn't fire me.
Oh, shit.
But like he did.
Have you ever been a PA, Tony?
Yeah, actually I was. I was a PA on the Pauly Shore movie. What the fuck was that called?
Paul Shores.
No, not Encino Man, sir. I don't know how old you think I am, but hey, who's that young, brilliant 7-year-old PA on the screen? I think he's younger than 7. Did you see the 7-year-old PA lugging everything around for everybody? This guy was carrying 2x4s. He had a cup of coffee from Mr. Shore himself.
Who is that kid?
One day he's gonna grow up to be something special.
I was a
Thank you, Brian. That doesn't work when I'm murdering, all right?
I was a PA on Chocolate News. Remember that show?
Oh, I love that show.
By the looks of things, you were more into the chocolate than the news.
Ian Edwards got me a job on it. It was David Allen Greer, and
Yeah.
it was to get Obama elected the first time. And it was like a show like promoting his election the first time.
Right.
And I got fired on my second day. Ian got me the job, and I got fired on my second day because I was supposed to go out and buy sandwiches for everybody, and I ate 2 of them all the way. That is not a joke. I got back and they were like,
I did that too.
"This motherfucker."
You did that too? That's
My boss
incredible.
asked me to get him lunch, and it took me like 2 hours. I was really hungry, so I just ate his lunch.
Wow, you're just really terrible. I mean, what we're finding out here is that you're pretty much never going to survive in society.
What happened when you were a babysitter? Did you kill the babies?
Just release the fuck out of
I
it.
slept with my boss.
What? You slept with your boss?
Is this true?
Are you serious?
Is that true? Oh, really? Tell us more. Oh, come on.
Do you want to babysit my dog?
Unbelievable. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Jeremiah also has a constellation of moles on his back.
It's like Orion.
I feel so bad for Joel Jimenez right now. He just has to look up and find the Big Dipper on Jeremiah's. Anyway. Alexis, so you're a terrible employee. How are you surviving? Like, what are you doing to survive? What's your story?
I wish it wasn't my parents, but it is.
Right. What do they do?
Whoa, another rich dirty girl.
Oh God, it's so true. I don't know what's happening. So.
Believe in your dreams.
Your
God
parents
bless
live in
them.
Phoenix?
No.
Where do they live?
My mom lives in Chicago and my dad lives in San Antonio.
What does your dad do?
He is he books the arena that the Spurs play at.
Whoa. Do you think maybe we could get a little show called Kill Tony to do a Spurs arena?
When did you know you were gonna fuck your babysitter?
I
thank
don't know. I don't know what just happened.
It was kind of like this wild story,
Yes.
I started babysitting the baby, and then all of a sudden he started kind of hanging around and showing some interest in me, and I was like, I've never felt this from an older man before.
Was he cute?
Oh yeah.
Was it sort of like that, Alexis?
Yes, exactly.
Well, I mean, we can't tell whether you're being sarcastic.
No,
Can
no,
you
no,
like?
I'm being very serious.
No,
Really?
this is my speaking voice.
Oh shit! We found another one that Jeremiah does a better version of them. We've also learned you can do this with Tam Fan. This is incredible. Wow, you found a new one. So there's Alexis Grossman, and then there's Alexis Grossman that'll actually answer the questions that I ask.
No, I'm answering.
This is sort of fun. We'll keep playing this. I'll give you a shot, and then I'll let the other Alexis answer it. All right? You ready? Okay. So, that first time that you hooked up with the babysitting dad, right?
Yeah.
That very first time.
Yeah.
How did that actually go down?
Like a porno?
That's correct.
Red Band just saved you on that one. Wow. Is that your full answer?
Shit.
Do I-
I don't want to.
No, this is very fun. This is a great new game, by the way. We did this last week. We had a good segment, too. I can't remember which one that was. Oh, who are you? We might see more of that at some point. Okay. So, is that your full thing, like a porno?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now, here we go. Now I'm going to ask the other Alexis. Other Alexis. Alexis Grossman. It is your birthday, by the way. Congratulations on that. Second of all, that first time that you hooked up with the dad, how did that actually, describe that for us?
Well, it was kind of like a porno.
Looks like we got the actual answer on that one. All right, back to the show. Round two. Alexis, did you ever I'll ask you a yes or no first before I ask. Yeah, okay. Did you ever know that? Was there ever a point where the mom sort of was onto your shit, or?
He's a single dad.
Oh, single dad. Okay, this is very revealing. All right, perfect. All right.
Because I
Being
killed
so
his wife.
With that said, now that means, if I'm not mistaken, that if you and him are hooking up, the baby has to be there, because you're the babysitter. So how far away and how close? What's the closest the baby was to you guys and the farthest away out of all the sexual experiences you had with this single dad? Thank you for the applause for my unbelievable work. How close is this baby to the action? Go ahead.
The closest was one room over, and the furthest was at his mom's house.
Whoa! Damn, you weren't even babysitting. You were just there for the dick. That's a whole different thing. That's a date. You got more serious than babysitting. All right. Is that your full answer? Anything else you want to tell us?
No, it's good.
Okay. Alexis number 2. Same question. How close was the baby and what's the truth? How close was the baby and what's the farthest the baby was away?
Okay. So the farthest that the baby was away was actually on the floor. And we had that baby monitor on lock. Just in case he was fuzzy and awoken from a nap. The closest, I was actually doing reverse cowgirl.
My God, Jeremiah Watkins.
Jeremiah Watkins, boys.
Wow.
This is so embarrassing.
You having fun, Alexis? What is that? That's terrible. You might want to figure out like how
It looks
to...
like her hands are trying to run away.
Alexis number 2, are you having fun right now?
I'm having the time of my life. I am so attracted to Stephen Kramer Glickman.
Wow.
He's about to make me big time blush.
Wow. Alexis, that joke was so bad, I almost want to fire you. Alexis number 2.
Good thing I'm a character, bitch.
Alexis, what else? Anything else? Do you live in the valley? Do you live on the valley side of things?
Is that even a question?
It's unbelievable to me, because I thought so, obviously. But like, you moved here in March. I mean, and did you grow up in Phoenix or no?
Yeah. Essentially, I was born in Chicago and then I lived in Austin, but I grew up in Phoenix.
Moving here in March, you took on an entire valley persona and got fired 5
times. I lived
times.
in Culver City when I first moved here, but then my roommate ended up hating me, so I had to leave.
Why did your roommate hate you?
How was that a question? Sorry, it's okay.
Worst thing that your roommate complained about. I mean, biggest thing your roommate complained about.
Hearing me when I had sex.
Hearing you have sex?
Yeah. Let's
Alexis,
just say I'm very loud.
Fuck yeah, Alexis. Well, it's nice to meet you. Is there anything you want to say? Like a moment of redemption or anything?
I'll be in Denver.
Wow. I'm pretty sure she's not even promoting a date. I'm pretty sure she's just trying to fuck. You know what I mean? I'm in Denver. Anybody, you obviously know what I'm up to. Where you're performing at Comedy Works?
Comedy Works, the 15th through the 18th, and then I'll be at the LOL Comedy Club in San Antonio.
All right, you got the whole schedule there. Fuck yeah. San Antonio? What day?
Unless I get fired.
The 20th through the 2nd.
Well, find it all out. She's on Twitter at Alexis Gee. Is that G? G-E-E? Is that right? It's actually spelled U-H-H. Lexus. Lexus.
Lexus.
Like you sort of know that you're like that, right? So you're like owning it there,
My
right?
friends always say oh, Alexis, they roll their eyes.
Tony.
Oh, everybody hates you, it seems. So you might be a genuinely terrible person. I mean, if you're a bad roommate and a horrible employee, that doesn't, that has to be sort of one or the other, you know what I mean?
That's actually how you pronounce my name. It's actually Alexis.
I love it. Well, it was nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you.
Alexis is G. There she goes. She's on Twitter there. Glickman. Yeah, it was great. Fuck yeah, thanks, shit. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you, Alexis Grossman. Fuck yeah.
I had a weird night. There was a guy just in a Speedo and a saxophone making fun of me for 10 minutes. And I was like, is this real life?
That was unbelievable. So fun. You never know who you're going to meet. You two friends? Do you guys both know each other?
Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible. Both of you pulled out of the bucket at the same time.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel? How do you know each other? Wow, this is so bizarre. Will I pull out somebody? Are we going to find out that the friendships extend from that wall? Let's find out now. Quinn Wright.
His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. His vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti, he's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. But he keeps on forgetting.
because I have been. My cat just had to be put down. My cat just had to be put down. You know, I thought he was the pussy, but I guess it's me. You know, when I was in high school, I was not a child. Someone told the authorities I had a kill list. So the police searched my backpack. I didn't, but I get it. Yeah, I mean, you think I look like a guy who's gonna write that shit down? Take the time to write that shit down? Like I'm not gonna go through the... Fuck it, I'm bummed.
What do you mean? You're the funniest person all night. Keep going, Quinn.
Like I'm not going through the halls with an AR-15 going... Fuck. Like I'm not going through the halls with an AR-15 just triple tapping everything I see? Oh, you didn't make fun of me. I'm just gonna kneecap you. Nah, that's not how it goes.
Wow, I love you. Is this your first time on the show?
Second time, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I was with, I had the camera back then.
You had the camera?
Yeah, the Vietnam War vet jacket.
Oh, yeah. I do remember that. Now, obviously, you've gotten something from the Bill Cosby collection. There you go. Actual Cosby theme song for you. That is really something else. What is that exactly?
It's Liberian. My cousin got it from Liberia.
I used to work as a Liberian.
You got fired from that job? Do you have other things? Does your cousin supply you, you guys have the same cousin that gives you guys shirts, by the way?
Yeah, we're both in the fat production of Hair. It's a musical theater reference.
I hope you meet a really nice black autistic girl with an afro. Get together. Make some interracial babies.
I'm assuming you watched the Dingo Show?
No?
Oh, okay.
You assume
So you're part of the Ding Dong Show, right?
I am part of the Ding Dong
How long have you been doing that?
Since April, I believe.
Very cool. How old are you?
25.
Very fun.
How many schools have you shut up?
You know what I hear right now? I hear your roast battle champion and one of my funniest friends, Mike Lawrence, ladies and gentlemen, sneaking in. Fuck yeah. There he is.
Why is he wearing Aladdin's magic carpet?
And we're off and running.
That's a great cultural appropriation costume. Nice one, Bob Marley.
Yeah. Boom. That's why he's the fucking roast battle champion right there.
No women, some cry. All right. What the fuck is that? That's what Akeem wore in like 1989 on WWF. That one was
It
rough.
is. Yeah.
That's good.
So Quinn, your son, he was actually pretty funny, Mike. You had like a funny accidental delivery type of thing going on. What's
So did his mom.
Mike Lawrence coming in 6 for 6 on the books right now in 23
5 for
seconds.
60, Akeem won Bob. I know what I am.
All right, very good. And so, what the fuck? Wait, I just completely lost it. Where
No,
were
you're
we?
complimenting him. That's
Right.
why you forgot.
Yeah. So, how long have you been doing stand-up?
Since April. The last time I was on the show was the second time I was on stage.
Wow, you seem a lot more comfortable. You have a very funny, like, accidental delivery. Did you mean to get that big laugh at that one part?
Well, I'd hoped, but, you know, it was kind of accidental.
That's interesting.
The crying bit was very funny.
What do you do for work, Quinn?
I am a photographer.
Josh, another drink, whiskey ginger.
Dude, how does it feel to judge yourself 10 years in the past?
Yeah, it's right on. Right on.
Quinn, what do you do for work?
I'm a photographer, as I said.
You do that for a living?
It's a supplemental job.
What else is supplementing you? A lot of gifts from your Liberian cousins?
Wait, this is only your second time doing stand-up?
No, the first time I was here was, this is the third.
Oh, okay. Dude, you gotta be more like your stomach and put yourself out there.
So that is incredible. How often do you wear that thing?
This is probably the second time I've worn it in like a month.
Have you ever done anything like 5 times?
2, 1.
Does anyone get it? No one gets
Yeah,
the
no,
joke?
I get it.
I totally get it. It was right on par.
What else are you into, Quinn? What are some hobbies and stuff?
Mainly photography, as I've said, and film.
How many times does he have to tell you, Tony? It's in the photography! Come on, Tony! Listen to me!
I do a lot of the entertainment business.
What do you do? What are you taking pictures of mostly?
Fashion stuff
Other
lately.
than women in their bedroom windows.
I think you made that exact same joke last time.
Well, I probably.
Oh, shit.
What does that tell you about yourself, Quinn? Right?
Unforgettable.
Unforgettable.
No, and forgettable.
Okie dokie.
I
So.
won't forget that shirt.
Maybe, yeah.
Your actual answer was women's fashion?
Sometimes I worked for a company called Vandals Clothing.
Why do you always seem like you're about to yell the last word in every sentence? Very terrifying. I work in women's clothing! The terrors, they come at night! I've never seen like a 25-year-old look like they have Vietnam flashbacks every time they close their eyes. You creepy. You look like the one person that enjoyed Suicide Squad.
I knew that would come up. I actually really did.
I know you
I'm a
did.
huge Ayer fan, though.
You really did? That is so
Mainly
funny.
because of the director. I'm a big fan of David Ayer.
Wow. Mike Lawrence is so talented that not only was it funny,
fun.
but he also nailed the truth.
I thought it was fun, that's all.
I thought it was
Wasn't great, but it was fun. That's all I expected. I didn't expect great work. You know?
What are some,
He's like, if I ever fuck a woman, I hope she's like Harley Quinn.
You have a knife in your pocket.
I do?
Yeah, I think so. What do you have in your
Jesus
pocket?
Christ. Suicide Squad was great! I always knew I'd die at an open mic. I just didn't know I'd get murdered by an open micer. No, kill Tony.
in a Liberian dashiki.
No.
Stab him and I think Mexican candy falls out.
I guess I have the knife because I stay for the Ding Dong show because I'm a part of that, and it gets out pretty late.
And it gets out late, so you carry a knife on you because what do you do? What are you saying?
In case I get into trouble. I've never had to use it, and I hope I don't get into a knife fight, but, there's...
You might want to change your
For
shirt.
self-defense, Tony. In all those knife fights that happen.
So like you're saying you don't want to get into a knife fight, so you're assuming that at some point some guy's going to come up to you with a knife?
No, don't worry. They'll just look at your shirt and get epilepsy.
Holy shit.
No, I mainly just forgot I had it.
Have you ever been in a knife fight?
No.
Have you ever been in a fight?
I don't think so, no.
You don't think so?
No, if at all, it was once in middle school, and I lost really easily.
He just struggles with his pants and depression.
Basically. That's basically it.
Quinn, so that's interesting. When was the last time you had to use your knife?
On set, I had to cut something once.
How about offset?
I had to cut something once.
What was her?
Was the thing that you cut the tension you create whenever you're on stage?
Holy shit. Mike Lawrence coming in hot.
Every one of these ones is a hit.
Wait. Every one of what?
Every
Oh.
one of these it's the bee's knees. Every single one of them.
Quinn, what is your love life like?
Well, I'm a 25-year-old virgin. Never had a date.
Have you ever...
That's all from women who are also like, but I'm not gonna be the one. Fuck you! I used to be this guy! Fuck you and your fucking Miller Poyet oohs and ahs at this fucking motherfucker. Unless you're gonna fucking ride the fucking wave. Unless you're gonna carry the fucking bobsled to the finish line. Don't you fucking give him false sympathy.
You know what, Quinn? I'm gonna tell you the truth. You're a 25-year-old virgin.
Yes.
If I told you that I think that I might actually know a young lady that might want to go on a date with you, would you be interested?
I'd be skeptical at first.
I'm just gonna ask her right now.
Every
Alexis,
time
number
you
2.
talk, it's like you act like a guy who's just happy when there's a door-to-door salesman. Like, finally, someone I could call friends. You're so weird.
You're begging for that knife right now, buddy.
Every time we give you hope, it's like you need to destroy it.
Yeah, I'm good at that.
Have you ever gotten close to losing your virginity?
Nope.
What's the close? You are so honest. You're brutally honest. You're unbelievable at answering questions. I mean, there's no time that goes by whatsoever. That's insane. What's the closest you come? Kiss a girl sometime?
Well, once with the Ding Dong Show, a girl kissed me on stage once. That's
Well, you said once, twice. That's how hard of a once that definitely was.
Yep.
It was a fun thing she did on stage. It's a thing he's been thinking about every night he goes to sleep.
Is that true, Quinn? Is that when you masturbate right before bed?
No, just Don brings it up a lot. Don.
Oh,
Paris.
yeah. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah. How about other than that? Other than being kissed on the stage?
No, nothing else.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like you're bullshitting to get laid tonight.
No, I'm not.
One time, it was a very windy day, and the breeze brushed past my balls, and I was like, "Whoa, whoa, boy!"
And that's when I realized Mother Nature was a beautiful woman, and the only one that has ever touched me.
What else, Quinn? Tell us more.
Quinn, do you have Asperger's?
Yes.
Yeah, like that would be one of the first things that would be great.
Well,
You really fucked up, Asperger's boy.
Well, I did tell you last time.
Got weird in here.
Let me say, maybe it's due to the fact where you called him Asperger's boy. Listen here, Asperger's boy.
Yeah.
You come around here too many times. We don't like your kind around here, Asperger's boy.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Walk yourself around here, Asperger's boy. You mouth off again. Squeal out again.
That's exactly the laugh that I was expecting to get when I said Asperger's boy the first time. But I guess you guys needed a little bit slower and repeat it a few times, huh?
But man, I think, despite your Al Borland on Home Improvement charisma, I feel like you can find, dude. I lost my virginity at the age of 23. I'm fucking married now, man, and I look like your Asperger's, okay? You'll be all right.
Fuck yeah, you're totally
Better, man.
You got this.
Fuck yeah. Quinn, you're a very funny guy. For this being your third time on stage, it's actually quite incredible. You're entertaining as hell.
Thank you, Tony.
You're so brutally honest. I feel like, it's that part of your thing, like it just all comes out, huh?
Normally, people on the autism spectrum disorder spectrum, they tend to be brutally honest.
Do you say a lot of things that you end up regretting?
Yeah.
Hey Quinn, what do you think about Tony Hinchcliffe right now?
Oh, jeez, come on. Whoa, why'd you have to go to Jeremiah voice for that? Hello, it's me, actual Jeremiah, making a guest appearance.
I'd say he's one of the funniest people in the room, which is true, but there's so many to choose from.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Oh my god.
Straight shooter.
Straight shooter, so thanks for agreeing with them. So funny. No, I agree with you as well.
Well, I also appreciate that you're wearing the spectrum that you're on.
Oh my god. Oh wow.
Do you only have one shirt like that?
Yeah, Yes, this is my only Libyan or Liberian shirt. I said Libyan, but
Do you have other?
Doesn't it sound like Kermit the Frog on a first day? Why are there so many girls that won't fuck me?
Do you play Pokemon Go?
Off and on, not much.
Why not?
I just kind of have lost it. I mean, it's starting to renew my interest, but I gave up Pokemon a little while ago.
Yeah, I just got bored. I'm a Snorlax on the streets, and someday I'll be in the sheets.
Quinn, it was nice to meet you. We're gonna get through another person. What's on Twitter? Right on target. WRITHT. Right on target. Remember the big one.
That was sweet, man. That put the aw in mild autism.
There has been an autistic uprising here at the store lately. They almost have their own, there's like a big...
But shizzle dizzle.
A lot of autistic people. Alright, this looks like a new name. That always makes me happy. Put your hands together for Darrell Davey.
That's right. Slap hands with my homies. I don't play games. From the streets. From the motherfucking suburbs, bitch. From a place called Santa Clarita. Me and my friends, we call it Santa Clitoris. Why? Because it's a town that should be fucked. Hard in the ass. So we can put some life into it. It's boring. It's like that movie Pleasantville with Tobey Maguire and Reese Witherspoon. It's black and white. Everybody cuts their grass. Waters their flowers. Walks their dog. Everybody's celibate. Nobody fucks. It upsets me. And my friends call me an Oreo all the time, and I said, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. But one time I had a dream that Morgan Freeman called me an Oreo, so I guess that's true now. When Morgan Freeman calls you something, that's what you are. When you play God more than once in a movie, that's what you're gonna do. One thing I wanted to say was that Donald Sterling didn't want to see black people at basketball games. He's a racist. Him saying he doesn't want to see black people at basketball games is like me saying I don't want to see white people at Starbucks. Or to drink coffee ever. If you come to Starbucks, it's only for me and my niggas. You can only have water and pastries if you're a white person. And how do you know what a white person goes through, Darrell? Because I'm half white. I know that white people crave coffee every 3.5 seconds.
Darrell Davey. Fuck yeah.
That was like a motivational speech with no motivation.
And no punchline.
It was like a one-man show that no one went to.
That was like if Wayne Brady was on an episode of Whose Line and the suggestion was stand-up comedy. That was like if Michael Winslow from Police Academy didn't do sound effects. But his set still went.
I feel like we should be snapping after that.
Darrell. Talking to the mic, Darrell.
What's up, man?
How long have you been on stand-up?
Well, I've been
Tell the
doing stand-up
truth.
from my mind to my heart.
Yeah.
I don't know where the voices are coming from so many guys on stage.
I've never seen someone whose t-shirt is a sedative.
2 years. 2 years.
2 years?
I started at Flappers in Burbank.
Oh, yeah, we could tell.
I love you, man.
You've been going hard at it? Like, you've really been doing it for 2 years? Like,
No,
He's been doing flappers at Burbank.
I wasn't going hard.
Started at the bottom.
No, I wasn't going hard. Maybe more so recently. And then I went to Haha and I did like 6 shows at Ice House. I'm telling you all the places where I went so you guys can prove that I suck. So don't look up any of my videos, you guys, because obviously.
You have videos up?
Yeah, videos. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
And he even just bombed on a podcast.
What do you do for work?
I sell drugs.
Fuck yeah. Wow. Never gotten that answer before.
You
I'm
sell
from the streets.
You sell drugs, but you have a WWJD bracelet on. He has a WWJD bracelet on.
Is that true?
Yeah. You really
I didn't know there was something more outdated than his stage presence.
I love that Blob Marley line. That was funny as fuck, man.
Oh, thanks.
Good shit.
Do you, what drugs do you sell?
No, I was kidding, man. I work at a restaurant and fucking, I'm a white guy, dude. What else?
Don't beat yourself up, man.
What restaurant do you work at?
Yeah, you really put you really put the dole in Dolezal.
I do. My name starts with a D, Darrell.
Yeah.
Well, right now, what I want you to do is take a deep breath and relax for 1 second. It's not that bad. It's okay. Just relax. That's it.
I mean, your set was terrible. However, if you just put that,
You're very handsome.
Tony, you made me nervous, man. I was watching.
Just think of simpler, happier times 25 years ago when you were the host of Nick Arcade.
I think we're a good group, you guys. You know, we balance each other. Balls on our heads because there's a lot of guys in here.
fuck yeah. Man.
Man, none of my jokes are working, man. I think I'm nervous in front of you, man. Probably. You know what I mean? So I was like watching your Netflix special trying to make jokes.
Thanks. We can tell by your t-shirt.
What the fuck is wrong with this? Alright, whatever. What the fuck's wrong with this room? All my jokes aren't working in here. Fuck.
No, it's not. Ever since you became the new stormtrooper in the Star Wars movie. You got this new swagger.
Hey, this guy right here knows that I'm fucking funny. The black guy in the back.
Whoa, you're throwing this guy into the back of the bus. I love it. This black guy over here knows I'm funny. That's the black guy.
Black guy!
Guys, we have to support him, okay? Hack Lives Matter. Hack Lives Matter.
I want to know, which one's the black guy that'll defend you? Which one? There's two of them.
For our podcast listeners, there are black guys scattering in the back.
Yeah. No, what's really happening is even funnier because the black friend that he pointed out is pointing to the other black guy and saying that it's not him.
Hey, 65% of Americans will at some point suck a dick, but 65% of Americans still don't eat the brown part of the banana. What does that tell you? So it's more important than
100% of the people in the red t-shirt suck a dick on stage tonight.
White cops are watching you die on stage and being like, I had nothing to do with this one.
My shirt says chill because it doesn't say Netflix and chill because I don't want to watch Netflix. That's for white people. I just want to chill.
I can tell whether I can't figure out.
How is Netflix only for white people? Everyone loves streaming services.
I don't understand black people. They don't eat food. Black people are.
Are you just going into material right now? Trying to save it? You're trying to dig it up? Just segue into
I'm trying to test this audience, but I feel like a fucking.
You should have come up in a military uniform and be like, my character is generalities. Like, that is all you're speaking in. They don't even make sense. You've taken your entire stand-up persona from the "it must be raining black people" line in the beginning of Men in Black.
Wow, that's a deep reference.
There's a lot of movies that anyone who's born in the year 2000 or after doesn't know. You're talking about a lot of movies.
Darrell, stop trying to keep up with us. Just keep breathing.
Hey, let me ask, are you performing in other places? Like, are you going to bars and performing in like bars and places like that? Dude, you can't be performing just, I'm sorry to take it serious for a second, but you can't just perform at flappers and like shitty comedy clubs like the Ha Ha. Like, sorry for the Ha Ha, but fuck that place. Here's what you have to do is, you gotta go to shithole bars that suck where people are talking over you, and that's how you get really fucking good. And then you come here and you fucking crush. That's how it works. Because if you're performing like happy-go-lucky, suck a fucking dick, flappers clubs, it's not gonna fucking work, man. It's gonna be hard.
That's their best night.
It's gonna be a lot harder to get good if you're performing in a place like Flappers.
But it's like, I mean, the main thing, like, culturally, like, on stage, you're so inconsistent with what you are, like, all this is what black people do. I feel white, I feel this. None of it makes any sense.
It's like you walked out of an Old Navy commercial.
It's like you're acting like Urkel, but you don't even have the dignity to wear your suspenders properly.
You have suspenders on that you're not wearing. Did you have those up earlier?
I'm ghetto fabulous, man. I do everything backwards. Like,
those are handles.
Like black people, and everything's opposite,
Have you had the suspenders? See? Again. Can you do some more of those?
I I love how earlier he's like, that black guy in the back got my back, and now he keeps making all these quasi-racist remarks, and now all the black guys are like, nobody has your back.
To be fair, the black guy in the back is LeVar Burton.
Brian, come on, that's not the right music for this one.
But it's like, I'm from the streets. No, I'm from the suburbs. It's like Harvey Dent is doing a stand-up set.
Darrell, tell us something interesting. You know, how's your dating life? What's that like? 1 second you love white women, the next you hate them because they're the worst. All they do is they watch the Netflix and drive their Toyota Prius.
Oh wow, man, that's gonna be funny, man.
What are some more premises that you have? I want to hear some more of these generalities. These are
You wanna hear some
incredible.
more stuff? Rappers call everything their bitch. Their car.
Wow. I mean, if I sat here for 10 minutes trying to think of the most generality, I don't think I'd be able to think of one that general. That's very impressive.
That was on a Kinnison spec.
Wait, were you on Tone Deaf Comedy Jam?
You said what's my dating life like? I don't know, man. It's kind of like, you know, I'm kind of just hustling, man. I don't really date, man. I'm like Riff Raff, the rapper, man. I just, you know what I mean?
No, well, I know nobody knows what you mean. You can tell by the silence and lack of reaction.
No. How about you, man? How about you? What's your dating life like, man?
Thank you, Darrell. You don't want to answer questions? Whoa, there's a ruckus in the back. Whoa, jeez.
There's a bunch of black guys forming a mob.
Yeah. They're all wearing, by the way, they're all wearing blue t-shirts. I don't know what that means.
Dude, the only thing that would make this worse if he was wearing the Asperger's guy shirt.
Yeah, for real though. Yeah.
Right.
I'll answer. I mean, there's not much to say though. You know what I mean? I don't really go on that many dates. You know what I mean?
Last one you went on, what was that like?
Today. It was at Lucille's. I didn't go on that many dates.
Are you really from Santa Clarita?
Absolutely.
Did you show up in that shirt and was like, I don't like Netflix? And then she's like, wait, you're just trying to fuck me?
That was a good one. I usually wear my Harvard Law shirt. Everybody thinks I'm from Harvard because I wear that shit.
Okay, well that taps right into your problem, which is authenticity. You need, like the audience, you might, how old are you? 25. Okay, so I mean, like all of us, we're still figuring out who we are. But you, on stage, have a real problem with authenticity. Where not a word that comes out of your mouth rings true. And right now you're being attacked, and it's a fucking hard position, so you go into survival mode. You sort of, your defenses come up, a wall comes up. But...
Yeah, Pat's sort of doing it right now.
Yeah.
How's it feel to know that a shirtless man in goggles is narrating your failure? Like
A shirtless man in goggles with a really big dick. But that's you feel that, right?
Yeah, I see that, and I've heard that before. Where one time I did my Mr. Clean joke, and he said, why the fuck would you say your Mr. Clean joke? Because that doesn't have anything to do with anything. We don't know anything about you. I said, Mr. Clean's a fag. And I think it'd be funny if we went to the Home Depot and they kicked him out and they sent him to the home.
Wait, so is you being a homophobe your authenticity? What the fuck? That was the first time I was like, I think I know who he is as a person.
Darrell, I mean, you notice that, like, you're sort of, I mean, I'm just keeping it real here. Yeah, you notice that you're sort of struggling to connect with this audience.
That's right, yeah. Everything I say is fake. That's part of why. I don't do real stories. I do made up shit, you know what I mean?
You gotta get real.
Meanwhile,
look, when you're from a place like Santa Clarita, I grew up in San Diego. San Diego's fucking boring as shit. It's everybody is surfing and is. I stood out like a sore thumb. I'm not at all like that. I would feel like you may have stood out a little bit in Santa Clarita, and if you did, like, you gotta pull from that shit and make it real, because you gotta connect with a room. You gotta connect with people. And
Quinn Wright, who was on before you, was a school shooter in a dashiki, and every single time I asked him a question in 3 words or less, he got a huge laugh, because he has a disorder that makes him answer things honestly.
But that's what's amazing. That guy stole his culture, and then in return, you stole that guy's Asperger's.
You're all leaving now.
This is what I'll say. Okay, what's up? When people start comedy, they often pretend to be what they wish they were to everyone else.
Yeah.
And they fail horribly. But once they allow themselves to be seen as the person that they see themselves as, that's when the real comedy comes out. I remember when I started in Florida, I did just shitty shock, rape, and age jokes. And then when I moved to New York, I would I would bomb on stage, but I would just do well telling people the shitty Florida stories in my life. And then I realized that's what I need to do on stage. So, Pat had a great point about authenticity. Find the real you, focus on that, and that's what people may like about you. And if that doesn't work, you're just an empty sociopath who feels nothing.
That was good, man. That was good shit, man.
Yeah. What do you do for money?
But even that, I don't even believe it when you're saying that's a good shit, man. That's good. You're just saying that to pander.
And you're saying that because you're afraid, and silence sometimes can be your friend. You didn't need to say anything. Just not, The good news is this, Darrell, is it seems like you're the type of guy that makes people want to help him, even though, you know what I mean? Like, we all just gave you Jedi-level advice that you absolutely needed to hear, and it's up to you to sort of take it and run with it. But, like, trying sucks, and just, like, being, like Quinn Wright was doing, that's...
It feels like you spent a lot of time today deciding what you were going to wear, but you didn't spend any time deciding what you were going to say on stage.
You know what? Let's try this. I agree with that completely. Let's try this. Let's go through and let's do a test, and you just answer everything completely honestly without trying to be funny at all. Ready?
Yes.
This date today that you went on. How'd you meet this girl? Have you been out with her before? Was it like a hookup?
No, I knew her from college. She's like, I was in love with her or whatever, and she has a boyfriend. She's been out of boyfriend. She's beautiful. She's Indian. She's gorgeous. And she's from Fresno, so she goes to Fresno State. And this first time I've seen her in like 4 years.
Yeah.
I haven't seen her in like 4 years.
So where'd you meet her at?
Lucille's Barbecue. It's across from where I work sometimes. Larson's Steakhouse. I don't really work at that one. It's but I work at the one in Valencia. You know what I mean? I don't. The one that I was at was Woodland Hills. But anyway, it was kind of a quick date. She drove back to Fresno after our date or whatever.
Wow, you made her drive to Fresno after a date?
She's from Fresno. She's visiting.
Gotcha.
She lives in Fresno.
What happened? What was your interactions like? I don't really need the GPS coordinates of where you were.
It's kind of like a movie, man. It's kind of like, I haven't seen her in forever.
Why? Because this is going to take an hour and a half?
What I do is I'll just throw myself out there because I'm not afraid of anything. I talk around questions sometimes.
We can tell.
And you guys are good. It was like a movie because she looks the exact same.
I love that backhanded compliment is your catchphrase.
You know what I mean? Because you haven't seen somebody in a long time, and then they look
Were you
the exact
hoping
same.
that maybe you guys would have like a kiss or a hookup or something like that, or was
Of course. No, I'm
and what was the point of the barbecue dinner where you realized, shit, she's probably just gonna drive to Fresno after this?
I knew that before. I'm a pretty smart guy.
At what point did you realize that you weren't gonna get a kiss out of it?
I got a kiss, but not like on the lips kiss.
Ooh, what kind of kiss was it?
An ear nibble?
You heard that sound. You know what that means.
Right here, man.
Oh, I guess we can't mimic that sound that happened before. It's a different sound. You heard a sound that sounded something like that. You know what that means.
Yeah. But on the cheek, on the cheek.
Wow, so there it is.
Yeah, she's cool, man. Again, like I said, I haven't been known that I probably don't have a chance with this chick for a while. I'm cool. You know what I mean? And of course, I'm a guy, so I over-exaggerate. I'm like, yeah, I get these bitches.
Any other hobbies or anything?
Okay, now we know why you're not going to be with somebody. It is crazy. We let you go more than a second, and the real hate comes out. What the fuck?
I was joking. I said rappers call. I use the word bitch for casually.
It's called a callback, Mike Lawrence.
Dude, we let him go for more than 2 seconds, and it becomes a Reddit forum.
I can't say that. I'm not gonna say that.
No, what are you gonna say?
I was gonna say how quickly. I love how you quickly came up with the Bob Marley. Did you get better at insults as time went on? So I feel like I'm better at insults now than when I was in middle school. So I was usually like.
Silence is your friend.
Darrell.
Yeah.
Darrell, you just complimented the same joke that happened earlier to Mike twice.
I did.
Let's talk about you for a second.
Yeah,
One more question.
It's called a callback.
Yeah, that's not a callback.
Comedy.
But another thing, you know, you're like trying to host it, but it's not working out for you.
That's
Darrell. Name another hobby, fucking anything about you.
Basketball. I played basketball before I was an actor, before comedy. So I always loved basketball.
You're an interesting dude. There's something deep inside that you're not talking about. I feel like you're like the Black Dexter or something like that. There's definitely some fucking shit going on with you, dude. And you're not saying anything about it.
Something that I like to do. Basketball is pretty much my whole life.
What do you think this is, like a Disney audition or something? Well,
seriously.
I really love the basketball.
No, seriously though, seriously. I used to walk around with the basketball everywhere I fucking go. I was like that kid with the basketball.
I fucking love basketball. Basketball. Hooked on a drug, it's called basketball. That's fucking basketball. I love it when they dribble. I love it when they dunk. I love it when they pick and roll. The NBA is full of hops.
Reagan and Watkins.
In the words of Darrell, that was good, man. That was good.
Now, did you know that you guys would get better at playing music as you did it longer? The more you did it, did you find yourself ever getting better at it?
Is that how music works?
Or did you just like pick up the saxophone and just, you know those 2 songs that you've learned?
Do you love that guitar so much that you walk around everywhere with it?
That's good, man. That's good shit.
Maybe you are Darrell the complimenter. Maybe this is your voice. Maybe there's something in that. What else? Who else do you love? What else do you find amazing?
My mom, my dad, my brother. I love those guys.
Jesus.
Other than, amazing.
I just want to go, and also I miss my Uncle Charles, y'all.
What do I find amazing though? Music, man. Definitely music, like rap, because like I love
You're
rap.
not like the kind of person that every other part of the day you have a Bluetooth in, but no one ever calls you. That was a creepy laugh. Dude, you went real weird. You went like full dresser on me. It was fucking scary.
You love
That's
rap.
good, man.
I love rap,
Reference,
rap and music.
You love rap. You love basketball.
Yep.
You called out a black guy in the back of the room to defend you.
My nigga.
Wow, alright. You just did that. That goes on this list that I'm building. I mean, I haven't even said what this list is.
I can say that because I'm black. I can say that anyway.
Yeah,
I can get comfortable.
I've never let a white guy say the N-word on this show before, but there you go. Darrell, nailing it. Well, you know I like rap, basketball, long walks through the prison yard. Alright.
His name does sound like what a racist white person would think a black person's name is. All these fucking Darrells taking our jobs.
There you go, Darrell Davey, ladies and gentlemen. We gotta move on. Darrell and Davey. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, Darrell Davey.
Sometimes black don't crack because it feels nothing at all inside.
I would love to know. I mean, like, Darrell, please come back sometime. I literally have like 100 more questions for you. I really ran late, super late on having you, but I wish I could have gone longer. Like, it's really unbelievable. I feel like if I had another half hour with you, we would end up like finding the bodies that you've buried, and we already be at that part where like you're confessing. You never thought you were going to confess what you did with the actual corpses, but
His talent is running on colored people time.
All right. We have a regular that does a brand new minute every single week. You think getting pulled out of the bucket is crazy? Those people get to go with any amount of material that they have. This person's the only person that writes and performs a brand new minute every single week and puts it on the internet. Put your hands together for Vanessa Johnston.
Hi guys. Did you know that if a Muslim woman gets raped in a Muslim country, it's considered her fault? Clap if you knew that. Clap for rape. Keep it going. They say it's the woman's fault because she used her sexiness and vixen wizardry to seduce the man, which is crazy. That's why they wear those outfits, because they're wizards. That's where you're supposed to laugh. And I had no idea. I had no idea, but that's why I'll never go to the Middle East, because I can't compete with magical pussy. That's the end.
Yeah, 55 seconds. Fuck yeah. So, at one point, I started daydreaming because the beginning confused me so much. And then when I came back from the daydream, you were saying, fuck, that's where you're supposed to laugh, or something like that. So, I don't know if we all did it all at once, but how'd you get from Muslim women getting raped to a wizard again?
Oh, the outfits they wear.
They're literally supposed to dress like a wizard?
That they're wizards. No, I was just making fun of the fact that they say the woman they act as if the woman used magical powers to make them rape her.
Is that true? What
Yeah.
do they actually?
It's true.
They wait, they say that in like a court?
The joke should still be Taliban, but it is true.
Does that work over there in their court system? Wizardry?
No, but that's part of their culture. They just say the woman, she seduced the man. So
Wow.
women, oftentimes, women in Muslim countries actually get stoned to death if they get raped, if the man's married.
They OD on marijuana.
The reason why I'm laughing so hard is because I almost made that joke, and I'm so glad I didn't. You just went and did it. Like, yeah, I should, and I'm like, fuck, episode 170, I've never made a stupid stone to death hack joke, might as well float it out there, and then boom, you beat me to it.
That joke's a real clit splitter.
Oh, you were on board for all the black stuff, but now you're down with the clit stuff? Get on board, you animals!
I'm trying to figure out, I'm just trying to ask because I'm trying to figure out what is the, the meat and potatoes of that bit. I did like the clapper raid, with your sort of I feel like you have a superior type of the first or second, the Valley Girl that we saw, but superior delivery. But when you say things like, yeah, clapper raid, it sort of killed in a weird way in this room.
There's also something about research. It's if you're gonna do a joke about another culture, you can't just say those outfits. You should know what the names of the outfits are.
Then the second
then say burqa.
Second element to research is then development.
So we gotta do it. We gotta wrap it up. We went long with everybody tonight. We didn't get that many people up. Vanessa Johnston, everybody. There she goes. She's on Twitter, Vanessa Johnston. The drawing from Ryan J. Ebelt. He's on Twitter, RyanJEbelt.com. His artwork, the Kill poster, and so many other cool things at RyanJEbelt.com. Whoa, look, it's an all villains one. I'm the Joker. Mike's the Riddler, he's the Penguin, and Brian's Catwoman. What's that?
Tits on me.
I bet. Oh, that's my favorite one ever. What a prank. Every show's pranks available at RyanJEbelt.com. Young Jamie. If he don't trust you, he's gonna shoot you. Everything Young Jamie. Great t-shirt. He's on Twitter at Young Jamie. Patty Reagan. Jamie Vernon.
Instagram, Greg's Dad 99. Eric Andre Show every Friday at midnight.
Fuck yeah. Jeremiah Watkins.
At Jeremiah Stand Up, JeremiahWatkins.tv, and watch The Bet on VOD right now.
Joel Jimenez is mostly sorry on Twitter. An unbelievable addition to the show every single week. So funny. At Josh Martin Comic opening for me October 8th at the Wilbur Theater in Boston. Mike Lawrence, what else is happening?
You can see me on MikeLawrenceComedy.com. I got a whole fall tour, and I'll be judging the roast battle tomorrow night.
Fuck yeah, I'll be there for that for sure. Mike's one of my favorite judges. Glickman?
Yeah, it's at Stephen Glickman, STPHEN Glickman on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. And don't forget to check out Storks with me and Jennifer Aniston and Andy Samberg.
There you go.
Next month.
Stephen Glickman in the movie Storks. Check it out. Brian Redband, thank you everybody.
See ya.
Good night.
Ha ha ha!